Welcome back to Pietros Maneos Finance. As the title says, another day, another dividend. Wanted to do a quick little video today. China Shenhua Energy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's kind of a follow-up to my video on Yanzhou coal mining. Woke up this morning, was having my breakfast, doing some odds and ends, logged in here, and I saw a $160 dividend from China Shenhua Energy. You can see the ADR fees and foreign tax. And as I always say, from my understanding, you get the foreign tax back at tax time, but talk to your CPA on that. But it ended up repurchasing $137, 14 new shares of China Shenhua Energy. It's a state-owned coal producing company like Yanzhou. I believe I purchased them around the same time. My total value, I believe, is, and I'm going to show in a little bit, is about $1,300. So it's just amazing to get a $160 dividend on something that you have only $1,300 in. You can imagine if I took a big position, a $20,000, a $200,000, a $2 million position into that particular holding. So yeah, and it goes back to that phrase that I've seen. This is not something I've created. This isn't a phrase of mine. I've seen it elsewhere, but it's always be compounding instead of the traditional always be closing. Always be compounding. You notice the dividend comes off at 160, goes right back in, picks up 14 more shares, and you can imagine the next time there's a dividend issued, compound interest is enhanced by doing that. So let's take a look. Let's go here. Let's go over here, actually. And so you can see here, I picked it up December of 2020. I picked it up about 8:03 here, and then I picked it up a few weeks later. Looks like Christmas Eve, actually. And a much more significant amount on Christmas Eve because it dropped down to 765. Now it's showing here 944. So my return here is 23%, up $256 plus that 160 that I just got. So definitely nice there. And then you just did a little research. You can pull it up on Seeking Alpha. So you can see it looks to be a Super Maneosian. Actually, a gentleman, I want to say Optics19 is his screen name, wrote in about when I did something on Sieber Bank, that he's saying it's not a Maneosian or Super Maneosian because of the conversion to ruble. So you definitely have to be aware of these things when you're doing currency conversions. But at least on the surface here, with what I'm seeing, if Seeking Alpha's information is correct, that the P is 7 and its dividend yield is 12.11. So that would be a Super Maneosian if everything is accurate there. You can see here, not much. I mean, there hasn't been an article on Seeking Alpha on this since 2015. But you can be sure if I pull up Apple or Microsoft or Ford or GM or, whatever, that there's going to be a lot of coverage. So literally no one's even taken the time to write an essay about this in the last 6 years. You can see here the 1-year return on it's 34.14. And again, this is kind of what a young Warren Buffett did with Moody's. He was scouring through Moody's, looking for these cigar butts, meaning these things that were trading under their net asset value, they're undervalued. They may not have been the greatest company, perhaps, but they had that one more cigar puff in them, which helped him. So yeah, wanted to go now here, and this was an article that I found from Guru Focus, and as you guys know, I'm a member of Guru Focus. I use their value screens, and so this is an article here which talks about earnings power value metric. The EPV was designed by Bruce Greenwald, former professor at Columbia University and a prominent value investor, who was in search of ways to avoid the series of guesswork choices that must be made when applying the discounted cash flow valuation model. The EPV is calculated as the adjusted earnings divided by the weighted average cost of capital. So again, there's all these like really cool different metrics and ratios. I have my Maneosian, my super Maneosian. There's the discounted cash flow model. There's this EPV and Columbia is the epicenter for value investing. I think Joel Greenblatt might be a professor there, but yeah, when you see Columbia, you want to think value. But so there's Bank of New York Mellon. You're scrolling down here. Oh, there it is. It is the second stock that makes the cut is China Shenhua Energy, CSUAA, a Beijing-based corporation that engages in the production and sale of coal and power in China and internationally. China Shenhua Energy's EPV is $12.43 a share as of December 30th, which is higher. Just scroll here. Than Tuesday's closing price of $8.18 for margin of safety. So when you see margin of safety, you think Benjamin Graham, you think value investing of 32.17. Due to a 17.74 increase in the share price over the past year, the market capitalization now stands at $41.87 billion. So there you go. So it's showing up on a sort of a value metric there. And this was published. This isn't so recent. I purchased December of 2020. So let's see when this was published here. Okay, April 14th, 2021. So, not too long ago, definitely in 2021. And so, yeah, and then just to pull up this here, finally, what's fascinating is, China Shenhua Energy issued its dividend to me today, but, Yanzhou just keeps climbing. Every day I'm seeing it here. It's up another 7% today. So it definitely fits into my statement, power is power. From my study of history, general history, economic history, those who engage in trade, and there's a wonderful book called A Splendid Exchange about this, and then those who create energy. So traders and those who create energy often do quite well. So you can think early America, those who control the steel industry, things like that. Those who were trading, those who were producing things did very, very well. So there it is again, Yanzhou coal mining. So that's pretty much it for today. Just wanted to showcase that quick dividend. We'll go back to it. And I think you'll see the wealthier you get and the more your brokerage account rises. You can see this is just in the last 2 days. This is 9, 9, and 9.8, and you can just see I'm still scrolling. So we could tally this up, but you'll log in and you'll click on transaction, refresh. Did a dividend come in? Did a dividend come in? Did a dividend come in? So it's a little fun thing you'll do there. So, all right. Appreciate again all the comments. Like I mentioned, the gentleman, I think Optics 19. Appreciate that clarification on Cyberbank. It looks like he was long on the stock as well, even without it being a Maneosian or super Maneosian, according to his response there. Take care, guys. Ciao.